Guys, what's up? Tin Crawler here, and look what's in front of me. I have a shock pit. Oh, what's that in my hand? Check that out. G-Maids Zero Shock. They finally came in the mail, and I'm quite pleased with the way these things look. They feel real stiff, but I think that'll work for the weight of the rig. We'll see how it goes. If not, we can always simply take the adjuster off of the top and put in the white springs to see how it goes. But before we get them on the rig, we got to build the last one. So y'all are going to build it with me. We're going to take our shock shaft here and our first little E-clip, and what you want to do is you want to clip it into that bottom groove, not the very end one, the bottom groove. And we'll set it on there, grab our needle nose pliers just to pop it on, and voila, there we go. Yep, there it goes. It's all the way in this time. We're going to take our shock piston and put it on top. We will take this other E-clip and put it in that last bottom groove. There we go. And just pop it in. Voila. Nice and snug. Now, we'll set this off to the side. Next thing we're going to build is the shock cartridge. Alright, to build the shock cartridge, you need two of the little rubber cartridge seals, cartridge end cap, spacer, and the cartridge itself. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to put about a drop of oil in the center of the shock little ring, and then just rub it around with your finger. Set it on there, grab your spacer, drop it in. You got enough oil left on your finger from that first one, so just rub all that oil on. And place the second one in. Gotta give it a little shove to make sure it's in there. And there's your cartridge end cap. So we got the cartridge done. So we'll just slip it on here already. Just like so. And there you go. You have your push rod already assembled with the piston and the cartridge. Make sure I got that cartridge popped in there all the way. Don't want any leaking. There we go. That'll work. Alright, so now that's done. The next thing is to take the shock itself, the shock housing, and just fill it up with some oil. I like mine to come up to the base of the internal threads. And there we go. Nice and full. Alright, now I have to wiggle it in at first. There we go. Nice and slow. Now we need to tighten this on. Now for this process, I like to use just a regular pair of pliers just to hold it and tighten it up. Now it is squeezing out the excess shock oil, which is no biggie. I can wipe that off. Alright, now once it's tight, I'm going to snug it down with the shock wrench that come with the shocks. Now let's get rid of this shock oil right here. There we go. Now that that is finished, our next step is going to be putting on the other piece of the shock end, where the, well, might as well call it like the shock base plate. We'll slide that in, and what you want to do is you want to get you a piece of paper, hold it on there, and hold the shock rod with a pair of pliers, and the piece of paper protects it from any nicks or scratches like that. And we're going to take this little extra shock end here, and we got to thread it in there. Starts off kind of crooked from time to time, but you shouldn't have any problems as further as it gets down onto the shock rod. And hallelujah. And there we go. It's nice and snug. Now our next step is going to be to take our ball bearing. I know some of you probably got old gorilla paws and you can pop these things in there with your bare hands, but my wife likes my hands a little bit soft, so I got to do this with a pair of pliers. Alright, see if I can do it upside down for camera. Just like so. And that's that. Everything's in, nice and snug. Don't look like anything's leaking on us. Now, for the next process, since these shocks are adjustable, you want to put the adjuster on, but before you do, there's a rubber O-ring that slides inside of a groove inside this adjuster here. And this thing can be quite challenging. I had fun doing the other three already, especially when you got a little bit of oil on your finger. That's what she said. Alright, now once you get it in there, just seat it all the way around on the inside. And that's that. Now, next thing you go to do from there is put your spring on. Press it down some so you can get the adjuster ring on. Give it a couple little turns, like so, and voila. There you go. That is how you put together a G-Made Zero Shock. As usual, please subscribe, leave comments, rate the video, and if you would, let's discuss these shocks and, you know, see what we can talk about, come up with on these little bad boys. Another thing that's good about these shocks is it come with enough extra little gadgets here, pistons, O-rings, E-clips, and an extra shock bushing, just in case you want to rebuild, which is a good thing. And after all 4 shocks, I've still got about a quarter of shock oil, so good deal. Anyway, let's get these things on the truck and let's get some filming done. I'm ready to see what they do. Tan Crawler, and I'll catch you on the flip side.